Hi everybody, it's Ginger from In Sheep's Clothing Yarn Shop here in Torrington, Connecticut. And it was a hard day for me today. I couldn't wait till the end of the day, till we closed up shop, so that I could do this Shopcast with you. I have a bunch of new things to show you. I have a brand new sweater. I have two new things from Barocco to show you. And I just have a bunch of stuff. So I hope that you have a little time to sit and spend with me today. If you're new here, welcome. If you are somebody that has been watching for a while, thank you for coming back. So anyway, yes, last week I had mentioned a new yarn that I had gotten, and it is the Jodie Long Speckled Sheep, and it's a superwash chunky yarn. And let me just remind you, it has 164 yards in it. The needle is a suggested 11, but I have some thoughts about that. But anyway, it has these gorgeous speckles in it. Here's a beautiful neutral color. These are all up on the website, and I will also share them in the link below. And here you go. So my plan was to make a little hat and mitts, my favorite hat that I like to make in the pattern that it's just a, oh, I lost my pom-pom. It's in a, what do we call it? Waffle weave. My favorite go-to stitch. It's great because it's really stretchy, and it will either not stretch, or if you need it to stretch, it will stretch. And so I made this hat. Let me find my pom-pom. Hat is not complete unless it's got a pom-pom on it. Here we go. So this was the hat that I whipped up really fast. Now I did this on a size 10 needle, and honestly I think you could even go down a 9 or 8 or a 9 on this, because I made, with the yarn that I had left over, I made matching mitts. So this pattern is all ready to go, and here we go. So these are my little mitts that I made in the matching waffle weave. And what I did is I trimmed it with some for real yarn from KFI, and you could either wear like this, or you can wear them like this, whatever makes you happy. But this is what I had left over from the hat. So it's just, you can put, the pattern is written so that there is a thumb. I did not put a thumb, only because I'm always in a hurry to get my knitting done. So I just, and personally, unless I'm outside, then I like to have a thumb. But if I'm actually, the shop gets kind of chilly, I actually don't mind wearing them down like this, because this really keeps your wrist nice and warm. And if your wrists are warm, you feel a little toastier. So I like to wear them like this in the shop. This way my hands, like if I'm on the computer or whatever, they're not in my way. If I want to push them down to be a little toastier, I can do that if I want. But if you want, I also mentioned in the pattern, you could just make a little hole. You could make them, you can knit them flat, sew them up, and leave a little hole for your thumb to stick out. So really simple. But this only takes one ball of yarn to make this set. I have them kitted up so you can get it with a pom-pom, and I'll show you the color choices that I've come up with. So you have a pom-pom, and then I also include the for real so that you can trim your mitts if you would like to. And these are the colors. So I was playing with colors and pom-poms, and let me just show you what I'm offering a few choices in some of these yarns, as to which pom-pom you can choose, because I love for you to have options. I like options, and I like to provide them to everybody as well. So, okay, let's see. So this pom-pom, okay, so this color here, I'm offering this with a choice of really bright hot pink pom-pom, or you could also do the white. So I'm offering those options for that color. And then this colorway, absolutely fuchsia pom-pom for this one. And then this colorway, it's a little paler, and I have a pale pink or you can go with white for that. And let's see, and then also, oh, wait a minute. I bet you I left it on the table. You could do a white, but I do have a pom-pom that has dark tips on it that could go with this one here that makes it look very neutral. You could also, because there's blue in there, if you wanted to go with blue, you could do that as well. And these pom-poms, I love them because they have snaps on them. So all you do is you sew the snap. I'll show you on the hat. All you do, you could just pop it off. You sew the snap onto the top of the hat. The other snap is on here, and you just pop it on, pop it off. You can also switch different pom-poms back and forth if you'd like, if you have a variety of them. Oh, you could do, you could do blue on this one too, and that would look nice. The trim on the mitts, though, have to be the white trim, with the exception, I am going to offer, and I just realized that fur I don't have here. I have a really pretty kind of mocha colored fur trim that I think I will offer for this one because it just looks great. So I'm very pleased with how this came out. And this is, okay, so this will go, a variety of sizes. It's an adult size, but if you want to size it down, it's a free pattern that comes with the yarn. If you want to size it down for a child, you just take some of the repeats off, make it a little shorter, and do your, I have a very simple decrease that I do up at the top that I like how it works out. And you could make a smaller size with that. So easy peasy, and it's just easy care because it's super wash. So what's not to love about that? So I'm very happy that that came out really well. So many things to tell you about. I hope that you're having a great weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. It's been really quiet in the shop today. But I'm really looking forward to when I leave here to have 2 solid days of no commitments. I'm very happy about that. Maybe I'll spend a little time with my sister sometime this weekend. So anyway, I'm hoping that you all have wonderful plans, fun things to do. I am planning on getting a lot of knitting done this weekend. Okay, so now for, I don't know what to show you first, but I guess I'll talk about Barocco. So Barocco, 2 new things came in this weekend. Oh, I just remembered. Okay, we're going to have to pause this for a minute because I just realized, well, maybe not. The little cases, I'm going to grab one just so that you can see it. Just one second. Okay, so it seems no matter how organized I try to be, I always manage to leave something behind. Well, if you remember these Barocco little bags, they're the Lannis Light Mini Color Packs. They came out with these last year. They had 4 different colorways, but they came out with 2 new ones. And one of them is amazing. Well, this is all fall colors. Let me see if I can. The bag is great. First of all, it's a really nice heavy canvas bag, but look at those beautiful colors that are in here. Has a great little side handle for you, and gusset bottom, so it sits nice. It's just a really, I've had people buy this just because they like the yarn, but they also love the bag. But then inside, so you get 6 colors, but inside is this card, and there is a, let me see, so there's a QR code that you can download all these patterns, and some of these patterns you need to add additional yarn to them, but like this particular cowl right here uses all 6 colors of the yarn, and you don't need anything else. But I didn't realize this, but they had a new pattern that came out, and it's called Gotti, and it is, if you can see it here, it's a new cowl, and that is one of the new colorways, which I sold right out of. I've reordered, so they'll be back in next week, and I ordered a bunch more of them. This is called Nocturne Glow. It's all beautiful what do you call them, jewel tone colors, and my favorites. So I'm hoping to have one for myself. And we're going to make, so what I wanted to do is we are going to have a knit along for this cowl. And okay, I just made the decision just now because I was thinking we're going to do I wasn't planning on it, but then when got the yarn packs in and I saw the lookbook, oh my goodness, I said we're going to do a yarn tasting because the patterns, the sweaters, the garments are so gorgeous. I'll give you a quick peek. I plan on kind of rolling things out. The unfortunate thing with Barocco is that there's such a demand for the trunk shows that if you're not first, if you're not right there, you end up getting the trunk show like in springtime, and for me that just doesn't work. If it's a fall winter trunk show, I want it fall winter, so I don't want to wait till spring. So I was going to kind of pass on the whole doing a yarn tasting, but I changed my mind. The patterns are just too great, and so how it works is you get this great little yarn tasting that has 6 little mini skeins. 4 of them are the 4 new yarns for this season, and then there's 2 that are current, just been current yarns. You also get, let me open this up so we could talk about it. So along with the pack, you also get this great catalog. Oh, that's why that's like that. You get this great catalog. Now they did it a little different this year. You also get what they call like a menu, and it explains all the yarns that come in the yarn pack. So you get that, but this catalog, what they used to do, it was a combination of, I'll show you this. This is for the shop. But what they did was you would get you'd see all the colors of the yarns, the newest ones plus the current yarns, and then they would have little thumbnails of the sweaters, the garments that would be in this season. Well, what they decided to do this time, and this is what changed my mind about the yarn tasting, because I didn't see any of the pictures of the sweaters, and I'm like, okay, don't kind of like that, but they did something better. Because in the book, in the catalog that you get with your yarn tasting, are great big gorgeous pictures and write-ups of the sweaters, the garments that you can do with the new yarns. And some of them aren't even, or some of them are just current yarns, but they're included in the pack. But it's a beautiful, beautiful catalog that really gives you a great idea of what these garments look like. Because what they also do with the yarn pack is every year they come out with, okay, where are they? They come out with 4 new booklets. They're here. You get these 4 new booklets. Now you can purchase these separately, and I will or do have these up on the website. And there's one that's missing because I wanted to talk about it. This one here. So there's 4 booklets, and these are all with the 4 new yarns. Okay, so there's that. Now let me just open this up so you can see it. So here you go. So here's the new yarns, and there's a variety of colors. And what they do is they send me all the yarn in bags, and then I put them together, and I try to put them together so that they're not really wacky looking. Sometimes it's a little hard with the colors that they give you, but this year wasn't too bad. So I have like some earthy colored packages, I have some blue colored packages, and then I've got some that are a little more mixed. So ultra natural, ultra alpaca natural, that's a yarn that's a staple in the Barocco. But one of the new yarns is Valina, and then we have Emberstone. These are new colors of a yarn that's very similar to the Hearthstone. So, but these were in colors. And then these yarns, the Gianna, and then the, let's see, I wrote down how to pronounce this, or Aurelia, which I really enjoyed working with this. This was a cotton merino blend, and it feels really lovely. And then the Morel, which is the chunky woolen silk, and the silk, it's 35% silk, so it feels gorgeous. So you get these 6 yarns, and then you also get this little collectible, and they all come in these little organza bags. You get this little collectible sticker, and then you get a card that has a QR code on it for your choice of I'm not sure quite how this works out, but your choice of, I guess, one of the sweaters that's in the new booklet, and you get 50% off of one of the patterns. So that's very nice. And what I do is you also get a pattern that I include, a shop pattern, and this is this year's sampler cowl. I've been doing a few cowls in the past, and what I do, and this is what I did last night, is this is my cowl that I made. And so I realized, because I think I left one on my desk last night, I only incorporated 5 of the yarns. I did not incorporate the alpaca. But anyway, so I missed that one. But you have plenty of yarn to make this cowl. And what I do is I give you, it's more like a recipe. I mean, I tell you my stitches to cast on, but then I give you different varieties. I give you a few helpful hints on how to make it. But this was a blend of the 5 different yarns that I chose to use, and a bunch of different stitches. I actually, this time I incorporated some slip stitches in here. Anything that I could do to help blend the colors along. I also, just as a helpful hint, because usually 2 of the yarns were a little on the chunky side, one chunkier than the other. The Ember Sewn was definitely chunkier. So what I did was I chose to use that with a bigger needle on the bottom, because I usually like, when I have a cowl, to have it stretch a little bit more here and maybe be a little narrower up here. And then I use the lighter weight yarns up on the top, ending with like the softest ones around your neck. But this has simple eyelets, slip stitches this year, garter ridges. What else did I do? Oh, okay, in the pattern I also do like one of those wrap stitches that opens up. I didn't incorporate that this time. But you could do whatever you want. You could just knit the whole thing if you want, or just do all garter stitch if you want. But it does make a really cute little cowl. You could also, I mean, you could do whatever you want. You can probably make a couple pairs of mitts out of this if you wanted to. This would make probably an adorable, oh, that would actually be, look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. This would make an adorable hat. You could make an adorable hat with a pom-pom. That's very cute. Maybe I need to do a little pattern for a hat. I don't have enough things to do. But this could make a really cute hat. You could just take your basic hat pattern, throw a few of these little stitches in. Just the changing of color makes it really cute. So anyway, you have lots of options with these kits. So those are available right now. Those are up on the website, and you can just order a kit. You'll get the catalog, the yarn, and everything that comes in the little yarn bag that I just told you about. So yeah, I think this is a great way to try out different yarns. I mean, no commitment. They're $19. So it's a very, very inexpensive commitment to try out the yarn. And, see what you like. Now, also, like I said, I do plan on doing a yarn tasting. And I think, not set in stone yet, because I'm kind of waiting to see on something else, but right now it's looking like maybe September 13th. It's a Saturday afternoon. I'll probably do it from like 12 to 2, and we'll do the yarn tasting here. Oh, another thing too is if you come into the, and it's free for the yarn tasting. All you have to do is purchase one of these kits. And oh, there was something else I was thinking about, but also I have 2 of these kits in the Gianna that will be given away. It comes with the pattern booklet, 2 balls of this yarn, and it's enough to make one or two of the projects that are in the kit. So that is worth coming to the yarn tasting if you can make it in person. And what was the other thing? It was something I suddenly came up with an idea. Oh, I know. I was thinking about coming up with a little project, or people, sometimes they'd like to start, to start one of these while they're here, while we're doing the yarn. I mean, that's part of the yarn tasting. So people have an option of doing that, but also if you would like to try out to get started, I should do that separately, actually. Scrap that idea. Never mind. We're gonna, yeah. I was thinking about maybe coming up with a little extra something for the yarn tasting, but I think what we can do is we could start with one. We could start this, and then I'll do my whole talk about. I'll have the different yarns so people can see them. We'll go through the booklets, the new booklets, and look at. I have a big screen here. We go through all the different garments and talk about them. That's just a great way to get your questions answered about those. And also that whole day you get 10% off of any of the Barocco yarns. So for any of the projects. So that's kind of nice too. So always a very fun, we always have such a fun time when we do that. So yeah, so it looks like September 13th for that. What I was thinking, and which I am going to do as a separate thing, is that really pretty mosaic cowl. We're going to do, I'd like to do a knit along for that. It's so pretty. But as soon as I have the sample for it, then I could talk about it. So right now I don't have a date for that, but we'll definitely do a knit along for that really pretty mosaic cowl. Okay, so that's one Barocco thing down. Oh no, that's actually, I took care of both of them. Yes. The new Lannis color packs, and also the other colors are also still available. So if you're interested in those, please feel free to go ahead and order those if you'd like. Let's see, what else do I have here? Oh, I don't want to lose this. This needs to go back in the bag. Oh, okay. I was up way too late knitting last night. I didn't even get a chance to block this out. I was going to hit it with a little bit of steam at the bottom early this morning, but I totally forgot about it. But it doesn't need too much. Okay, but yeah, it was an easy project. I mean, I did that last night. Okay, what else did I want to show you? I have another new yarn that I want to talk to you about. And then actually I got another new yarn in as well, but I'm going to save that for next week. I'm waiting for, oh yeah, plus I got this. Saving the best for last. What else did I want to show you? Yeah, okay, so I'm going to show you the new yarn that came in yesterday. It's a sock yarn. And, oh, did I grab the patterns? Yeah, I have the patterns too. So I do have some patterns to show you. I am going to ask to get some samples, some of the garments, so that I can show you those in the future. Before I get started with that, before I forget, the new spin-off magazine came in. And I love this one. It's called Spinner's Toolbox. There's, as you can see, I have a whole bunch of, I would like to do that this weekend too, to actually do some reading. They have an article in here, Spinning in the Himalayas. I love any kind of historical stuff. Choosing tools for fiber preparation. So they're talking about hand carders. They're talking about blending boards, which not today, but another time. I did just get in one of the Ashford blending boards that I wanted to show to you and talk to you. So this article is actually perfect timing. So I'm going to read up on that, and then next week I'll show you the blending board. And then my absolute favorite, drop spindles. Well, these are actually supported spindles that they're talking about. So that to me is that's a very big interest to me. But it's a really, really nice magazine, and I do have that. This is my copy, but I do also get it for the shop. So if you're interested in that. Okay, the new yarn that came in. The colors are glorious. Now, if you remember, I showed this yarn off new for was it last fall? I think it was last fall. It's the Aracunia sock yarn, and this was the Twilight paints. Oh, hold on, what are they calling this? Wait a minute. Are they calling them all Twilight? No. Okay, these are called Twilight paints, and these were very dark, moody colors. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful colors. Isn't that stunning? This one was very popular, called Painted Lady. So beautiful. Look at those colors. And this is a superwash wool, has 25% polyamide in it, so that, you know, it'll stand up for your sock knitting. 437 yards. Feels fabulous. The colors are totally amazing. But of course you can use this yarn for other things besides socks. Okay, so what they came out with this year was we had our Twilights. Well, now we have, get this out of the way. Now we have, I already forgot what they were called. We have our Dawn paints. So these are lighter, and the colors are totally amazing. I think I got every color except for two, because I thought they were just so amazing. But look, I'm going to do this. Look at how these are. Look at these colors. Aren't they gorgeous? Now this one, I mean, you know, I'm going to chalk it up to age, wisdom. I am loving color more than I ever did. Before I used to I loved color, but it was the colors that I liked, the colors that I wore, the colors that made me happy, the colors that I look good in, like jewel tones. But the past few years, I have become just enamored with all kinds of colors. And this, I think, is absolutely stunning. Now, this color is called Tuscan Sunrise. And some of these colors, they just meld together so beautifully. I would love to do something with just those three colors together. This one here is called Autumn Moon. It's this beautiful brown, kind of peachy, a little bit of gold in there. It's so gorgeous. Let me put this here so I don't mix them up. Okay, and then this is called Field of Dreams. There's just like a little bit of purpley there, a dusty purple, and the greens are just amazing. Just a hint of blue in there. And then this one I had already said, Tuscan Sunrise. Totally not colors I would even give a second glance at one point in time. But now I had them laid out on the table, just admiring them because they're so beautiful. And I'm not thinking socks. Oh, actually, I have a few patterns I can show you. Definitely other things. Look at this green. This is called Safari. Look how rich and elegant that is. And then we have, this is another beautiful color. This one is called Clear Skies. So it's like a green, like moonstone color. Just beautiful. So many different colors in there. And then We have this one here called In Bloom. So kind of violets and pinks. And then, oh yeah, then there's this one. Morning Glory. Yeah, that's a great color for it. Blues and lavenders, pinks in there. Just beautiful. And then very rich blue Morpho. This is, oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. This is Twilight. I'm saying this is kind of dark for this group. This is Twilight. This is blue Morpho, but this is Twilight. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, that's why it's in here. I must have ordered this color. It was a new color for the Twilights, or a color I didn't have. So, okay, that's why it was in the bunch. Okay, but these are just amazing, amazing colors. And they feel so soft and so squishy and just, whew. So let me look at some of the patterns with you of what some things that you could do with this yarn. All right, where's my patterns? They are. Okay. Okay, so aside from socks, they have this really sweet little helmet hat. And this takes just one skein of yarn. And then we have the hood. Now this is Dawn and Twilight, so they mix two different, but you could do whatever you want. You can mix whatever you want together or use one color. So this takes two skeins. So this is Painted Lady and Morning Glory. So Painted Lady was that gorgeous color that I showed you. This one here with the Morning Glory, so that was that lavender. So they're mixing these two together. But you could do, you know, whatever combo that you would like. Okay, so, and that's like a hooded scarf. Okay. And this beautiful shawl. Now this, I believe, this is a lot of knitting. This took 4 skeins. And here it is. Look at the back of it. So just imagine that in your favorite colorway. And what needle are they using for this? Oh, and it's just so that you know, it's written out. Is it written out? It's written out, and it also has charts. And we are talking about size 2 needle. Okay? I won't be making that anytime soon. I would make a smaller version. I would make just like a little triangle or something. Here, this is my, that's more my speed. That's more the time that I can allot to something like that on a size 2 needle. This takes 2 skeins of yarn. Oh, and this is done in the Twilight, actually. I thought that looked kind of dark. But why not? Why not do it in the new colors too? So they just happen to be showing this in the Twilight, but you could do this. It's just 2 different colors, or you could do one color if you wanted to. But it does take 2 skeins, and this is also done on. Is it also done on a size US 2.5? Okay. So anyway, so those are some of the patterns that I have for this. But you know, any of your finger and weight yarns, any of your patterns that you like would be beautiful in that yarn. Okay, so that's that gorgeous yarn. Okay, so now, as I said, the best for last. I cannot wait to show you this. So anyway, Jodie Long, UK designer. He does all kinds of, he has his own line, yarn line. He, Knitting Fever is the distributor for his yarns. And he came out last year with this wonderful yarn called Color Spun. And it was a chunkier yarn, not super chunky. It's a self-striping yarn. Okay, give you the 53% wool, 40% acrylic. So it's super soft and works up very quickly on a size. They're saying a 10.5. I think you can scooch it down a little bit if you wanted to. I believe that I did a few things on a little bit smaller needle. Of course, I'm a loose knitter too, but 197 yards on here, so good yardage. 100 gram ball of yarn. The colors are amazing. Love this color. This is so beautiful. And if you want something neutral, that is a gorgeous colorway. I love how it's, it has some of the multi in there, but then just some of the striping. So that's really a nice blend. This is a really cool color. This works up really pretty. Oh, and speaking of that, I also saw, because the patterns aren't available yet, but they did a, oh, what do they call it? Oh, I can't think of it. They did a photo shoot. And so the pictures have been coming out on Facebook if you want to check that out, and I think on Instagram too. And there's a whole bunch of stuffed animals that I am excited about. I think that most of them are all done in Chow, his superwash DK wool yarn. And he also, what I saw just recently, which I got very excited about because I loved them all, he does great children's designs. And he has a whole bunch of children's sweaters done in the color spun. So very excited about that. So I cannot wait to see those patterns when those come out. But in the meantime, what I've saved for absolute best is this sweater here. My good friend Leslie again created a beautiful, I just didn't have the time to do this, and she did a beautiful, she's super fast. She is like lightning fast knitter, but she made the sweater for me. It's a Jodie Long design. As I said, the pattern is not available yet. Jodie was kind enough to let me have a crack at the sweater first so that I could present it. It is going to be up. You can do pre-orders for this sweater. I'm going to offer it in all of the color spun colors. Oh, I left the pattern over there. This is an adult sweater, so this is the smallest size. But what's special about this is Jodie is noted for his designs are pieces and then put together. With very good reason, because we've all gotten kind of used to the whole top down, no sew. Well, this is his first top down, no sew sweater. Of course, he had to do his own little variation. He couldn't just keep it plain, because look at this beautiful raglan edge, this raglan shaping that he did. Is that not gorgeous? And so again, so it's top down, this beautiful, beautiful raglan shaping here. And then what he did was, and then it's ribbed at the bottom. And then what he did was, it's kind of like a bit of a bell sleeve at the bottom here, so that there's no shaping in the arm. And then you just have this very kind of 2x2 rib. Yeah, 2x2 rib. But the yarn is so soft and it feels so terrific. But I think it's just such a cute sweater. And I love this sweater so much that as soon as this pattern is available, and I was told a couple weeks, so again, not in stone. I'd like to be able to start it sooner, but I'm thinking that this makes sense. September 20th, which would be a Saturday, I would like to start a knit along for this sweater, and you can start pre-ordering your yarn. And then this way you have plenty of time of getting the yarn in and being able to start on the sweater all together with us. And then the pattern should also be available at the same time. So very excited about this. So I cannot wait. Right now I'm debating about which color I want to do it in. His sample, which I don't know that he's put it up yet online for the photo shoot, but they did it in the beautiful peacock color. Isn't that gorgeous? And that was actually the color I was thinking about doing it in. However, I am so torn. I mean, why not? Why not do it in the color that the sample's done in? Because I really do love this color. and I think so many other people would too. So I might just do the sample and do my my sample in that color. I am torn. Of course, the purple's gorgeous, and I'm always like a great neutral. But I mean, who am I kidding? Anyway, I'm not making this for me. This I'm going to do a small size. It's going to be a sample for the shop because I don't. I've said this before. I don't knit. I don't wear heavy knits, and this just, especially stripes that go this way. I won't be doing that. So this will be a sample for the shop. So I can just do a small size and have fun doing it. And it will be done on a bigger needle, so I'm very happy. And like I said, I love knitting with this yarn. I think it's just so nice to work with, and it works so beautifully. The colors, you're never disappointed with how the colors work up. And I thought this one in a nice bright fall color would be just great. It'll look wonderful in the display window as well. So super, super excited about that. Oh, can't wait. I can't wait. Jodie, oh, he has just really pulled out all the stops. I cannot wait to see all the patterns. And I have a feeling it's perfect for this weekend. He's just letting them all show. And so I can't see what else he's got planned for us. I can't wait to get some of the patterns for the stuffed animals too. He's got, okay. And I can't show you anything because it's up online, and anyway, I don't have them. But check out Facebook, check out Jodie Long yarns, and you can see them there. Check out his Instagram. So anyway, he's got a great, I think it was a fire engine, which is adorable, and he has this bear that I don't know, I think I've talked about this, that I am just into making stuffed things, and the bear is right up my alley. Oh yes, and he has a dog. He has a long-eared, houndy-looking dog, which I need to make, and I will customize it because I would love to have something. Because I lost my black and tan, my Basset Beagle mix rescue dog. That, yeah. So anyway, that dog just reminded me of my little hound, so I have to make that one. That one I have to make. So, and I haven't seen too many dog patterns that appeal to me, but that is really cute. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. And what else did he have? Oh, there's a great Alba vest that he came out with. Color work. You know how much I love my Alba. And there was something else too. It's color. Oh, he had a really nice cable top with some color work on the bottom. Not sure what that was done in. But anyway, as soon as those patterns start coming out, you will be seeing them. Matter of fact, I got to get a hold of Jodie because we're going to need to do like a Zoom or have Jodie join me so we can do a YouTube. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do a YouTube together. And when I get a trunk show, yes, I have to do that. I have to start working on a trunk show of these garments when they're available. Wow. I need to make a note for myself. Been just so much stuff is going on. That would have been like the first thing, trunk show. That would have been on my mind, and I totally didn't even think about it. And then also, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of garments coming in here. The fall. I just love this time of year. It's like Christmas. Matter of fact, when I got the boxes in the other day and I opened them up, it just feels like Christmas. You get all this, especially when it's a brand new yarn. I mean, I love it when we get a yarn, like a current yarn, like when I get Noro, well, any of the yarns, but like even with Noro, you get the new colorways. That's always nice too. But when you get a brand new yarn that you've never seen before, that is so exciting. And that's why, like, yeah, next week I'll definitely, I don't want to get into it now. But yeah, there's just a bunch of new yarns that have come in that once I get some of the pattern support to be able to show you, I cannot wait to share them with you. Okay, and I feel like there's other things I wanted to talk about, but we do have a long weekend, and I don't want to take up a whole lot of your time today. But I think I've gotten through everything that I was going to talk to you about. Oh, There is, and I should have gotten her name. I've been watching another podcast. Actually, I've been watching her for a while, and I think like I get really busy and then I kind of stop watching some of my podcasts and then I catch up with them. And I've been watching so many different ones now that it takes me a lot longer to see them all. Uh, Jana, I always watch her. Um, and oh yeah, another one that what is her name? The girl from Arkansas. I can't think of her name right now. Anyway, I love watching her. But there's this other one. It's called something like something Sarah. She's Dutch, and I love watching her. She is wonderful. I'll have to get the. I'll put it up in the notes. But I really really enjoy watching her. She's she's a very interesting person, and she has great ideas, and she says so many things that I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Or she put some things that I think about into words. And I always like that when there's like, okay, we're on the same plane. So I like that. But yeah, I'll get that name for you. Something Sarah. And I love her hair. She has this really curly hair, and I just I've never seen anybody with this style, and I think it's so her. It's just curly and kind of not. I don't want to say a little wild looking, but it suits her so much. And so anyway, so she's just a wonderful person to watch, and so many great knitting things to talk about, and crochet too. And she has a very interesting. One of the last things that she was talking about. There's some days that I don't know if it's once a week that she does. She takes a bunch of her whips and puts them out on a table, and she does 15-minute. She actually has an alarm clock that she does 15-minute segments on the different projects that she has. And it's like so she works, she gets a little bit done on everything. And I think that's a great idea. So she eventually gets things done. Especially if she has a whole bunch of them. So that's a good thought. It might be something that we all might want to give a try. Okay, so I'm going to let you all go, and I hope that you have a really wonderful weekend. Please have a safe weekend. But I will see you all again next week, hopefully with some things off my needles to share with you. And you all take care, and I will see you again next week. So thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.